Joining me right now is South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace. She is a member of the Transportation and Infrastructure Oversight and Veterans Affairs Committees. Congresswoman, thanks very much for being here. Will the administration change its stance on this climate change agenda and stop paying Russia for this war? I mean, we're paying Russia for oil even as Putin is escalating this.
600,000 barrels of oil a day we import from Russia, and every single one of those barrels today is stained with Ukrainian blood. I felt encouraged earlier this week when I saw the administration was looking at it, and then discouraged, of course, this morning when I read reports that they were not interested in that. Vladimir Putin has done one thing. He has brought Republicans and Democrats together. We all are encouraging the White House and President Biden to ban the imports of Russian oil. We don't want this. Nancy Pelosi doesn't want it. In fact, when I landed from D.C. back home today, I met a man in the parking lot as I was getting dinner last night, a Democrat. He is just as furious with President Biden and what's going on with Ukraine and Russian oil and everything else as Republicans are. This is bringing our country together. We've got to do something about it. And in fact, even that gentleman recognizes that every crisis our country is facing today is a direct result of President Biden's policies. And he left the door wide open for this to happen based on the results and how he exited from Afghanistan. This would have never happened under President Trump. And now we're seeing oil prices as high as it's been in 2014 when Obama was president and Biden was vice president. This is troubling for Americans on both sides of the aisle.
And American families are paying the price at the gas pump. The national average per regular gallon of gasoline is up 27 cents a gallon compared to just 1 week ago. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it certainly is. The average in California reaching historic levels, surging past $5 a gallon, with other Western states not far behind. Congressman, what is the answer to getting oil prices and gasoline prices lower?
And gasoline prices here are up 50% over the last year. We were, under President Trump, net exporters of oil and gas. And under President Biden's leadership today, within his first 2 years of presidency, we're going to be net importers of oil and gas. And so we're working in the wrong direction here. We've got to increase our oil production here in the U.S., and that would mean opening up the pipeline, like Keystone Pipeline, for example. But we have the resources here. And in fact, in the state of New York alone, there is enough natural gas to fuel Europe for 150 years. We don't need and we don't want Russian oil or gas here in the United States.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just extraordinary. James Freeman is with me this morning. James, jump in.
Yeah, thanks. Congresswoman, you mentioned pipelines and the Biden administration hostility to them. I wonder, is this part of the reason they don't want to ban Russian oil? Because it would kind of shine a spotlight on all the regulatory impediments that are the reason we want Russian oil, because it only can go to certain refineries in the U.S. We don't have the pipeline capacity as we should to move different types of petroleum products around. We have the Jones Act, which makes it difficult to move over water. And then, of course, it's incredibly hard to get new refineries permitted. So I'm just wondering, is part of the White House reluctance to say no to Russian oil is that they don't want people to look at all the issues that come with it?
It's all
absolutely. And if you look under the rug there, you see the reason why we import so much from Russia is because of the burden of the government regulations that we have today. And look, I want clean water as well. I want a clean environment. I would love to drive an electric car. One day we'll get there, but that day is not today. We can't get 100% of all Americans on that. We've got the time to transition to that, but our policies have impeded our ability to be strong, to be stronger around the world and support our allies. And when America is strong, the world is strong. So this has weakened us on the world stage. It's allowed Putin to come in and invade places like Ukraine. And this will continue until we have strong backs and strong minds and people willing to make these tough decisions.
And 1 million people are fleeing Ukraine. They're finding safety in places like Poland and Romania. The White House now reportedly considering sending Vice President Kamala Harris to Europe, specifically Poland and Romania. Congresswoman, is that helpful?
Well, I hope she doesn't laugh at it, right? When we asked her to go to the border, or she was asked about that, she laughed about it. So hopefully she takes this a little more seriously. We have to take this issue seriously. I hope she goes over there. I know that there will be a congressional delegation that's going to the border of Ukraine this weekend, I believe, and there will be more of those to come. On the oil issue, I want to go back to one more thing I found out yesterday before I got on my flight back home. The Oversight Committee, as you mentioned, I'm on. We were supposed to have a hearing with oil and gas industry next week, but Nancy Pelosi canceled it. And so I'd like to get that back on the docket. I have a lot of questions that I think could be answered for the American people.
Why would she cancel that? What was the reasoning?
Well, I mean, we could imagine the reasoning. It would bring up Ukraine and the issues and the subject of oil and gas and imports from Russia. I know all of my questions would be, how do we increase production here in the U.S. domestically to our allies in Europe? And I'm sure they do not want those questions answered.
All right. Congresswoman, thanks very much for weighing in here on all of that. A dangerous moment in time for sure. Congresswoman Nancy Mace. Stay with us. We'll be right back.